Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. I thought we'd start with the spectacality of a view indeed. That is the brand new sunset viewing point to the rear of the Paphos Castle. We're in downtown Paphos Harbour area, and that view should take your breath away. Straight out across the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea on a truly spectacality of a day indeed. Feast your eyes and digest. Now, let's get on with it. Let's get moving and let's do a bit of a turn here. 6-point turn probably. There's bollards and all sorts absolutely everywhere. That's the Paphos Harbour, and as you can see, there's a lot of people walking around and they're having a great time indeed. There's a girl on the bike coming up behind me. What's she doing? She's stopping to read the road signs by the looks of it. So hopefully she's not going to crash into us, because these people on bikes can be a bit annoying, you know. They always think that the laws don't apply to a pie. I do fancy a pie actually. Anyway, don't apply to them. And of course they just wiggle and waggle everywhere, go through red traffic lights. Anyway, there you go. That's the rant over Mr. Andy in downtown Shropshire. This is the car park area to the rear of the Harbour restaurants. If you look carefully, you notice they're putting a new pavement down to my right hand side. They built a new wall, and the rumour has it that they're actually going to put a bit of tarmac onto that car park. So that's a vast improvement indeed, and hopefully I won't have to wash my car quite so often, because when it's tarmacked there will be dust flying around everywhere and all those kind of things. Right in front of us is the archaeological park of Paphos. Bit of information for you if you want to go in there. If you are over 65 years of age, immaterial of nationality, you don't have to be a resident of Cyprus. If you flash your passport and prove your age, they will let you in for free, and that applies to all of the parks in and around Paphos which are archaeological, like Tomb of the Kings, etc. So you get to save €2.50. Not a fortune, but hey, if you can save it, why not? Downtown Paphos Harbour at its very best indeed. Lots of people walking around, lots of people knowing that they're having a great time indeed. And as usual, Mr. Paul's going down a one-way street, but don't worry, I know the Chief of Police and I know the Mayor, and I almost know the President as well, so I can do whatever I want. Well, probably not. Probably going to lock me up, and Captain Stavros is going to beat 7 bells out of me. But anyway, he hasn't done it for a while, so I'm quite looking forward to it. Let me flick the ash off this Romeo and Juliet. It's a Romeo and Juliet, and I think it's called a number 1, Sir Martin. It's slightly smaller than the number 2, and the reason why I bought them is because they run out of number 2s. And to be honest, it's not bad, because it's that little bit smaller. Not that I like small things, and we all understand that Archie Gracida Booth, she likes big things, but it's not too bad, because sometimes when you're smoking a number 2, when you're doing a bit of lardy-darry, especially if your name's Sir Bernie, they can last that a little bit too long. So the burn time, I think that's how they work it out on cigars. The number 2, they estimate that it will last for 30 minutes, and this one they say 20 minutes. So that's not bad, is it? And it's €1 cheaper, so I'm saving money as well. There you go. See? It's a bad habit, you know. That Andros from the Pelican restaurant has got me into a bad habit where I now tonk on 4 or 5 cigars a day, costing me a fortune. I never had any money before, now I'm absolutely bankrupt. On that note, if you like what you see, well, hit the like, click that subscribe, and don't forget to come back for a little bit more of my complete and utter madness. And if you really want to keep the channel afloat and keep a cigar going, well, hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform, where you can gift us that virtual coffee or 2, and of course we'll convert it into cigars or liquid benzene to keep us driving around, making these videos especially for you. Slowly but surely this area of Paphos is getting better. Some of you have been here through the summer season, understand it was an absolute nightmare, but hopefully, fingers crossed, cigars crossed, toes crossed, everything crossed, by the time next summer comes, it will be absolutely spectacular. All the pavements will be done, new black stuff on the roads, and all the hotels will all have liquor paint and all those kind of things, and it'll be looking so much better. That's the Sofiana Hotel in front of us, by the way. Set back from the beach a bit, but not a bad location, and a lot of people like to stay there. And I remember 2 superstars not that long ago. I I dropped them off there when they came from Paphos Airport, and I picked them up and took them back to Paphos Airport. Unfortunately, they had to go back to damp and dreary Warrington. So a big shout out to Sir Justin, and of course the girl in his life, Lady Tracy. I'm looking forward to seeing you again. And to be honest, March, April, that's the time you're thinking about coming. Yes, we can get a bit of chopsy-mopsy weather, but it doesn't last very long. So get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy. Paphos, Cyprus, Marika and me, guess what? We're waiting especially for you. If your name's Lord Ritchie and there's a girl in your life called Lady Zuska, this might bring back memories for you, because just on the right hand side is where you were staying, in a rather nice apartment. And again, you understood it was very close to Bar Street and all the amenities in downtown Paphos, and literally a stone's throw from the Paphos Harbour. So again, a great place to stay. Massive car park on the right hand side if you're in a car and you're looking for somewhere to park. At the moment, it's totally free of charge, but rumour has it that next year, there'll be some parking meters, all this smart stuff going on, where you've got to hook your phone up to an app and you've got to pay on an app. What's the world coming to? That's what I say. Shall we take a right? Yes, I think we have. If you fancy a bit of curry in your life, well, there's the curry house. So why not pop in there if your name is Shady Tree and you've got a girl in your life called Shady Lady? Well, that could be the place for you to go and check out on your expeditions as you hunt down for the best Chinese restaurant. Indian restaurant in the world. We've got one or two Chinese restaurants as well, by the way. The Imperial is just down towards the right. And then, of course, on the promenade is Chloe's. Look at that for a potto. Let's miss that one. Yeah, definitely. There's the man from T&J Fish and Chips. He's obviously been to have a look at his little business coming up over here. Best fish and chips in the whole of Paphos, by the way. There it is on the left-hand side. T&J's Fish and Chips. And they're probably the best fish and chips in the world. That's the Elmira Hotel just over yonder. And that must mean next door to that is the Alexander the Great. A very Calimera to our girl in downtown Hartlepool. Dayman, the girl in charge of the show. Look at that. Feast your eyes and digest. Lady so sweet. Lord Nigel Big Guns, you never know. 007 might be waiting especially for you. Of course, if your name's Mr. Chrissy, that hotel knows you very well indeed. And of course, the Paynes boys, oh yeah, their mum and dad were staying there, and they were like incognito, hiding out in one of the top floor bedrooms, because they understood that they had a great view out across the blue Mediterranean Sea. We're on the Hotels Road, and technically we're going the wrong way, because we're heading towards the Ricos Beach area. If you go the other way, you go towards the promenade, but we're going that way. Over there on the right hand side is the Ampura Resort. Again, a very good resort indeed. I've not personally stayed there, but the twins have stayed there. Lord Jeremy, Lord Simon, one or two other people, and they've said it was pretty good. All the rooms have got sea views. You don't get a garden view or a back view there. Oh no, you get to look out straight across the blue Mediterranean Sea. Now, we're not going to go any further along the Hotels Road. We're going to head up towards the Universal area and head up towards the former Debenhams, if you're familiar with the channel. And we're heading up towards the Neon Mall. Why? It's time for me to get a coffee. Simple as that. So stick with us for that little bit longer. But there's one thing for sure today. That sky is looking blue, isn't it? There's not a cloud in the sky. We're in the third week of November. So if you're looking for that perfect place to come for a holidays, well, Paphos should be at the very top of your list indeed. And if you happen to come and you hire a car, all these roads look very tempting to put your foot down, don't they? Don't do it, because there are boys and girls in blue and they are waiting especially for you. Predominantly, the speed limit in and around Paphos is 50 kilometres an hour. It fluctuates from 30 to 50 to 65 just to try and catch you out. Don't pay much attention to the 30. No one cares about it. Only care when you're doing more than 69 kilometres an hour, because that's when those boys and those girls in blue are going to zap you and pull you over and create an infringement on your credit card. So if you drive around about 60 to 65 kilometres an hour, they don't even bat an eyelid. Now and again, you get a salute because they understand that you are a law-abiding, respectful citizen. And again, as I keep telling you, don't go through red traffic lights, as Andrea kept telling me. And I don't do it anymore because they are putting up cameras everywhere, absolutely everywhere. They're going to make an absolute fortune. This is what I refer to as the inner ring road, a dual carriageway that literally circulates all around Paphos. And if you want to go anywhere, to be honest, it normally is the fastest way, except for all the manhole covers and pothole covers that you have to circumnavigate, even in a big Jag with gas air suspension. Look at that. See? Doesn't matter which way you go, you're trying to avoid one manhole and there's another one somewhere else. Now, look over there in the tree, and you can just see nestling in that tree is a grey camera. I've asked people before, in other countries, I think they're painted in yellow and orange to make them stand out, but in Cyprus, they've put them in grey and hidden them behind trees. And they say it's to help road safety. I don't think so. I think it's just to make lots and lots of money. Not a bad idea, because we all do need money. So on that note, don't forget, go and click through to our About page where you can consider to click onto the Buy Me a Coffee platform and buy us that magic coffee or two. We thank you from the bottom of our two hearts to each and every one that does. And of course, we'll keep making these videos especially for you. The next roundabout coming up is the former Debenhams roundabout. Rumour has it that they're going to build a jumbo superstore there, and on top of all of that, well, literally on top of that, they're going to build a 27-storey skyscraper. Not really a skyscraper, but by Paphos standards, it is. 27 is an odd number. 2 floors are going to be underground, jumbo, and then 25 floors above it. So if you're looking for an apartment with a spectacality of a view, indeed, well, maybe that could be it. And on top of that, so to the right is where they're going to build it, to the left is the football stadium. So you might get a great view of your favourite football team as they kick around one of those balls, especially for you. I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe, and don't forget to come back and watch me miss all the manhole covers, especially for you. Last bit of information, that's a green bus. What does that mean? It's an intercity bus. So that's a bus that takes you from Paphos to Limassol, Limassol to Nicosia, Nicosia to Larnaca. Very reasonable, very cheap, and very, very efficient indeed. And if your name is Lord Ronnie Zamiri, you understand that the intercity buses are very, very good indeed. For me, I'll stick with the Jag. Thanks for watching, and of course, I'll see you again very, very soon indeed.